Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to anyone watching anywhere in the world. I hope you're having a fantastic day or already did have a fantastic day. And today we're going to be talking about the gaming experience on Linux. And one of the main concerns for people who want to switch to Linux but that are gamers is, hey, can I game? Do my games work? Does this certain game work? Well, you can answer that for yourself with two websites. First being ProtonDB and another one being Are We Anti-Cheat Yet? First on ProtonDB, what games do we play? Let's say you're an Elden Ring player. Obviously, I know that these games work or not work. I've tried them before and it's great. Elden Ring is gold rated. This is the general rule with ProtonDB is if it's gold, you're good. Or if you're gold, you're gold. If you're platinum, you're even more than gold. It's great. It's as soon as you get into the silver ratings that you might start having actual issues. And an example of that is Monster Hunter Wilds. It's having problems with NVIDIA GPUs. One time it was just not loading, not even turning on. Other time, and then after an update you can get in there, but there was a lot of artifacting, and another update stuff was fixed, but it's not quite optimum. But people are finding ways to make it better, but it's not as straightforward as other games. That's why it might be rated silver. Now, another tool you can use if you're a big multiplayer player, and I don't mean big as in physically, I mean you play a lot of multiplayer games. This is Are We Anti-Cheat Yet? And this is how you look. If it says supported, it's gonna work 100%. If it says denied, it means that the game company running the game made sure that Linux does not work, that the game does not work on Linux. If it's running, it's kind of the same thing as the gold versus the platinum. It's the same thing as supported. It's gonna work. If it's broken, it means it should work, but there's issues right now. And you can look at a bunch of different pages and see if the games that you play work, and if they don't, are they worth sacrificing, or are you really too addicted to them and too reliant on them? Which I understand. Me at 14 years old, I wouldn't have been able to switch to Linux either. It's completely fine, and I get it. Now, how do you get your games actually running on Linux? How complicated is it? It is not complicated at all, ladies and gentlemen. It is as easy as it could be. Especially if you're on a distro like Cachy. You get greeted with this Cachy hello screen. You go to apps and tweaks and then install gaming packages. This installs Steam, this installs Lutris, Heroic Games Launcher, all the compatibility stuff, all the dependencies you need for everything to run smooth. Okay, great. Now that we got Steam, which is natively, which is a native app on Linux, you can use this as if you were on Windows. It's crazy. But what about other clients such as the Epic Game Store or GOG? Well, there's a thing called Heroic Games Launcher. I'm going to super Q out of this really quickly, which basically has Epic Game Store and GOG and even access to Amazon Luna, which if you're a cloud gamer, I guess is okay, but that's not for me. You sign into your stuff and it's as straightforward as Steam even. Just put your Proton version and you're good to go. I'm actually going to experiment with using this one later on with Batman. If you need EA app, you can use it via Lutris, I'm pretty sure, or there might be a different way. I'm not going to show you how to do that because I haven't even tried that myself. Now, how's the actual performance of games? I'm very happy and pleased to tell you that even through a compatibility layer, it runs just as good, if not even better or much better than on Windows. And that happening through a compatibility layer, that says a lot about how much Windows has bloat and hogs on your resources. It is insane. Imagine if all the games were just natively supported and as widely known as on Windows. It would be insane. It's not gonna happen in much time soon, unless, you know, most of you get convinced about it and there's a new wave going on. But hey, this is where we're at now, and it works just fine. So, let's try out some games. Okay, so this is Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered. Let me show you the settings I have on real quick. Everything is at the highest it can be, except motion blur, but that's not a setting that affects the graphics options. If you go to display, I'm not using any upscale method. I'm not even using frame gen. And I'm getting, this is a pretty demanding game, 125 frames, 140. I mean, look at everything. It's it's great. There's no, you know, I'm moving around, there's no tearing, there's no hitching. It's one of the smoothest experience you can have. And I remember on Windows, it was hitching, it's not like it was a horrible thing, but it would often happen that it would hitch, it would often tear, it would often lag. Well, not lag as in the same way as in multiplayer, but I mean, sometimes it would feel like not a all the way through the end of the game seamless experience at 110 frames or lower, and I'm at 130, 140, depending on where I am. It's very hard for Microsoft to justify that on the Windows end. Why is performance that much worse? Okay, so behind the scenes, let's say, I was realizing that my games were having a lot of trouble loading, and I was like, oh no, how ironic of me is it to say that gaming on Linux is not difficult anymore, and that whoever you can think of can do it, and then something is going wrong. My games are not launching and it's taking such a long time. Apparently, as I'm recording this, Steam is down. It's not the greatest timing, but hey, it is what it is. At least I know that it's not a Linux issue, which makes me feel a little better. Thank you to Tony for telling me that. Makes me feel a little better. So, as I showed you in Horizon, depending on the game, it won't be as drastic of a difference, but I mean, now here it says it's installed, but I have to borrow because I have a second account. Basically, this is my father's account with a bunch of games accumulated over the years, which I used, so that we don't have to buy the same games twice. And then now I'm getting the games I kind of want since I got a bit older. Okay, nobody cares about that. So, let's try things on Heroic. It's Heroic's time to shine. Let's try Rocket League. Rocket League being a multiplayer game, I'm curious to see. Let's try GE Proton 10.27. I thought that was the issue, but it's not, so let's try it. Just for fun. Dude. On Windows, and this is an online game, which is like crazy. Well, right now it's single player, but on Windows, I was getting a maximum of 500 to 600, 700 in certain areas. I'm getting 900 on these exact settings. It's stupid. I don't know how much that would translate into online games, but I remember this intro. It was 500 to 600 frames. And now it's 800 to 900. Oh, I hit the crossbar there. I hit the post! Holy cow. I gotta get back into this game, actually. This is fun. There we go. Red-haired hero scored. Alright, we don't need to do any more of that. So that was Rocket League. Let's try Tomb Raider. Can set some options here. Refresh rate, I want 180. Quality, I want ultimate. This is an older game, right? So it's going to be much easier to run. But I am still curious to see how it feels. Let's remove motion blur and advanced. Oh, let's go in advanced. Yeah, everything's at the highest. Let's try. I'm happy that Mango HUD is working, right? Let's acknowledge all of this. Oh, I don't need to be playing on controller right now. I have sex. Oh, I'm gonna have to press OK a bunch of times. Okay, there we go. Let's do normal. I mean, this is not a hard game to run. Even on my Steam Deck, if I adjust the settings, it's like a constant 90 frames. But, dude, I'm mostly looking at the CPU, GPU, and RAM usage. It is so much lower while giving me the same performance, even better probably. Maximum settings once again, but it is an older game, so it doesn't say much. Yeah, that's how far gaming has come on. It's a great feeling, honestly. I love that I can just get rid of Windows now. Yeah, I don't have any reason to go back anymore, and I will not be going back. Oh, I was on VSync and I didn't even notice. Oh, now I do notice. Holy cow. Oh, look at the frame time. I got it higher. I was using VSync on Windows. Oh, that's crazy. Well, that's another idiot me moment. Yeah, well. It is what it is. Yeah. I showed you guys 3 games, but for the rest you're gonna have to try out yourself. I don't have all the games installed in the world. I only have a 1 terabyte storage, which is enough for what I do, but it would be nice to have a little more sometimes, right? Yeah. If you were scared about gaming on Linux and now because of this video you're not, well, good. If not, there's so many people documenting their experience about it. You can watch their videos, read their articles, read their posts. It's a good community, honestly. It really is. And whenever you do have a problem, there's Discords and GitHub pages where you, like this guy. Here's how I went. I said, guys, I have a really big problem. For some reason, all my Steam games just won't open. It might be a Proton problem or something related, whatever. I need help. And then he's like, well, Steam is down. It's not your fault. Great. I had a problem with DaVinci Resolve where anytime I'd go on the edit and media tabs, it would just completely crash. They helped me. It was conflicting drivers, mostly, but at the same time, I disabled my integrated GPU, which helped a few. It's a good thing. Come on. Come on. You can join us. I won't force you, though. I can 100% get if there's that one thing you cannot sacrifice. What I would say is slap an SSD drive, like an extra one with Linux on it, and just try it. See if you like it. All right. Before I start yapping even more, I'm gonna wrap it up there. I hope you guys do well, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.